Hello, YouTube family. Auntie has missed you. It's been a long weekend. I had a good weekend. I hope you guys did too. Today's Girls and Scoop is funny. So before I get into everything, let's get the hug. I'm warning you. I got a lot of questions today, so I want those comments to fill up. What I do this weekend, I hosted shows in Atlantic City, Pieces of a Dream, and Gerald Albright. What else did I do? Oh, my Eagles won. I went to a fabulous outside tailgate party. I love a good tailgate party. And I cut my nails down. Now, for some people, they still may be long, but I knew that I was getting out of hand. But I cut them down, and now they just feel too short for me. But I knew it was something that I had to do. Let's get into the curls and scoop. I'm your auntie of pop culture. You're going to laugh on this one, y'all. Y'all are. It's not cute not knowing. And now you're going to know. We're going to dig into last night's Emmy Awards, which a lot of people didn't even know were on. I am not a fan of the Emmy Awards. And it's because, and you could say, the better shows are on streaming channels. But ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox are all shut out. The only people that win are the streaming shows. They're the winners of the Emmys. And I'm like, they should tell them, well, since y'all don't never want to recognize us, why don't one of the streaming networks carry the Emmy Awards? I just don't like that. But there were moments. There was Tremel Tillman, the first black actor to win a supporting actor in a drama series for Severance, and he did. I was watching the highlights. He did have a great speech. Beyonce won her first Emmy for costume design for Beyonce Bowl. Gayle King had started this rumor that she was coming. Her and Jay-Z ain't show up for no Emmy Awards. They were not there, but she won her first Emmy. What I thought was a great memorial. Felicia Rashad comes out. She talks about Malcolm Jamal Warner and other people that died. And it was good because it had me sitting there thinking, I didn't know they died. They died. I thought it was good until I realized they left out Danielle Spencer. D, from what's happening, they left Aioli D out. Now, she died a few weeks ago. There was still time to put her in the memorial. These are the things. They put these memorials together. You don't do the final editing until a couple of days before. And then you do it to make sure that you catch everybody that died. But they skipped over D from what's happening. I was glad for Stephen Colbert, who is losing his late night show on CBS for some political madness. He will bounce back. All brand new shows won. All new shows. There was nothing for the Bear or previous winners. It was a show on HBO Max. That show won. The comedy segment gets on my nerves because the same woman wins all the time. Can't Quinta get something? You could be saying, Patty, you mad because she from Philly, you from Philly, and you love Abbott Elementary. I think that Quinta is deserving and was shut out. And the same woman wins all the time. But none of the majors, they never win. It's all streaming services. Now, maybe some of the streaming services, you have the better dramas. They can get away with more than on the regular TV. But if I was these executives, I'd be like, y'all run it. Since they win all the time, y'all go ahead and run the Emmys. Prayers for Auntie Dionne Warwick. Auntie Dionne Warwick had to undergo a leg procedure. And she had a number of concert dates. Matter of fact, she's supposed to want to do one in my neck of the woods at the Parks Casino. I was planning on going to go see her. I even interviewed her about this. But something has happened with her leg. And it's preventing her from performing. I don't think she'll be able to hit the road until next year. Auntie Dionne is 84, but send out prayers for Aunt Dionne with that leg injury. Today was the kickoff of the Jennifer Hudson's 4th season. Here in Philly, they moved the time. It comes on at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Fox, but it's a whole new spirit tunnel. A lot of energy. Cardi B Even though that stomach is poking, she ain't talking about no babies, but she is talking about a brand new album, Am I the Drama, which is dropping momentarily. But Cardi B was her first guest. The Sherry Shepherd Show, her new season is kicking off next week, and I'm wondering how it's going to be because our longtime friend, and they say they're still friends, and executive producer John Murray is no longer with the show. I reached out to John. I said, John, you okay? And he said that he is, and that he and Sherry are still cool. But I'm wondering how this show is going to be, because who's going to fill the role of the executive producer of the Sherry Shepherd Show? She has been looking amazing. She has been everywhere. But the start of a new season starts on Monday. Neo. I'm a Neo fan. I love Neo's music, and he's really, really good in concert. Neo has 4 wives. He's proud of it. He says he's happy. When I interviewed him, he went on and on. He's happy. Don't be surprised if Neo pops up in a reality show with his 4 wives. They all sleep in the same bed. I wonder what do you do when one of them snores. But don't be surprised. You're going to say, Auntie said that. But Neo in a reality show. Producer Jermaine Dupri. Everybody had jokes when he dated Janet Jackson. Why is she with him? What is it about that man? Okay. I know somebody who slept with Jermaine Dupri. Okay. Some of you got it. You can leave a comment. Now, for those who said, I don't know what you're doing, Auntie. What is that? Go ask somebody, because they know exactly what I'm talking about when I do this. And this is not a goalpost. Jermaine Dupri, in a recent interview, said that Janet Jackson fumbled the bag when she left him. Fumbling the bag means, oh, you messed up, and she got married. Even though the marriage did not last, she went on to become a mommy, and she has wanted to be a mother for quite some time. I don't think she fumbled the bag, and she left him because he got a stripper pregnant. Jermaine, you were cheating. That's why she left. She may have stood around. Maybe you could have given her a child instead of the stripper. Singer Jaheim is in trouble again. It's about these damn dogs. And somebody's got to do something. This time, Jaheim, they're saying that he is a strict vegetarian. And he had his dogs on a vegan diet. Well, neighbors domed him out. They said these dogs are starving, malnourished, underfed. Friends of Jaheim say that he had them on a low-calorie, plant-based diet. Now, I don't know what kind of diet this is, but I've seen some overweight vegan people. So maybe he needs to call them, because I've seen them, and they be like, they're vegan, and you be like, this is not the first time that Jaheim's been in trouble. He got in trouble in May, down in Georgia. The dogs that he had were living in squalor. No food, no water, just filth. No ventilation. And then back in 2021, the same conditions with the dogs. This time he moved the dog operation up to Jersey. And he is in trouble. Friends of Jaheim say he lives a natural lifestyle and that he's misunderstood. Well, this is the 3rd time he'd have been in trouble with these dogs. And you don't have to care for a dog. Animals, see, y'all know I'm a pet lover. Animals should not be mistreated. And if you can't afford them, you should not have them. This is the 3rd time. You know, in baseball, 3 strikes, you're out. So I don't know what they're going to do with Jaheim, but Jaheim, you are ruining up your whole reputation. You talking about put them women first. put them damn dogs first and do right by the animals, because animal abuse is inexcusable. Tennis sensations Venus, Serena Williams, they're going to be starting a podcast talking about the tennis sport, talking about their lives and growing up. That's going to be launching soon. Michael Jordan's son, Marcus, completed his rehab. It was a couple years ago. He took police on a chase, and he had the drugs and the alcohol, and his fancy car got stuck on some train tracks because the drugs must have told him, keep driving over those train tracks. Well, the car got stuck, and he was arrested. They really want this DUI case to go away because Michael Jordan is getting ready to get into the broadcast booth for NBC basketball. He's completed his drug rehab and all of that stuff. They paid the fines. But now the cop said he took on the police chase. He has to write an apology letter to them. Yup, he's got to apologize for taking them on this chase across the train tracks. It was a whole mess. But he has to write a letter apologizing. Dreamgirls is headed back to Broadway. A Broadway revival of Dreamgirls is taking place, and they're looking for the best of the best, and a nationwide talent search is underway. The fall of 2026, this Broadway revival is going to relaunch on Broadway. The original, back in 1981, made a star out of Jennifer Holliday and Cheryl Lee Ralph and Loretta Devine. But the worldwide talent search is on. If you have Disney Plus, I got a show that I want you to check out. It was a big musical special where choirs and singers gathered at the Vatican, St. Peter's Square. You had the likes of the Clips and Post Malone, Karol G, Andrea Bocelli, John Legend, Jennifer Hudson. It's on Disney Plus. Some of the most fantastic voices ever. And Pharrell put it all together. Just very good and very inspiring on Disney Plus. Earth, Wind & Fire is going to be honored. Big special Sunday night on CBS. It's a Grammy special, and it's going to air on the 21st of September. Earth, Wind & Fire, one of the greatest groups ever. They're going to be celebrated. And the new thing, years ago, they called it the booty call, when somebody would call you in the middle of the night. What's up? What you doing? How you doing? Can I come over? Now the new thing is foodie call. Foodie call is the new thing. See, it's costing so much to go to some of these restaurants that people will call you. Yeah, how you doing? What you doing? You hungry? We should go get something to eat. We should go to And they're telling you a restaurant because they know that you're going to take them. Now, this is actually not new. This is something that I used to do in the 80s, many moons ago. I knew I'd want to go out. Paycheck maybe another week and a half later. So I would go. Now, nothing happened. Don't look for nothing to happen, because I will pull the itis in a minute and be like, I'm tired, and go home. And one guy called me out on it. He said, you just one of them South Philly girl that wants some chicken wings. Yeah. But Foodie Call is coming back. Don't say I didn't warn you. But Foodie Call is the old thing turned new again. I threw a lot out here, and I do want to hear from you. Leave your comments. Somebody's going to ask me about, what's this? What? Harpo, what's that? Leave your comments. Subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up. Leave your comments. I want to hear from you guys. It's that cute not knowing, and now you know. And thank you for joining me. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture.